Just the seeds in the basket. I'm pulling all of the city swift bill. Built on the action, you burn, place the earth. Along with the lessons I learned. I'm not the paradox, I am what you were. Before you was my victim. We pull back what I rock, sushi, the conscious. Force me back, bring the book, I'm that last. Big got me last, we bodies on these tracks. Force me back, bring the book, I'm that last. Big got me last, we bodies on these tracks. Force me back, bring the book, I'm that last. Big got me last, we bodies on these tracks. Force me back, bring the book, I'm that last. Big got me last. Search for more sex and violence. Respect the real signs. Childhood idols, they're hard like third-year tyrants. Provide you talk. Looks to live in law. Place steps in store. Respect that your law. Existence. The irons are extra core. Force me back. Bring up on my last last week. Make me fast. We bodies on the track. Force me back. Bring up on my last last week. Make me fast. We bodies on the track. Force me back. Bring up on my last last week. Got me fast. We bodies on the track. Force me back. Bring up on my last last week. Got me back. Got me back. Voice considered six to bless. Minus 55 and thousands. Two scream for fiction as they laughing. 33rd degree with continents we laughing. That's what happens. I play my vocal office and breathe too much nonsense. You're my basket, what happened? Yo, my last, you what happened? Yo, what the fuck happened? Yo, my last, you what happened? MCs, what happened? We rapping, DJs, what happened? What happened? Rap artists, what happened? B-boys, what happened? Yo, I told you what happened? Yo, what the fuck happened? Fuck that. Now every kid's got different platinum, babe, different questions. Succumbing at the patience, lost all my patience. Peace the last bastard, Africa is Zulu nation. This is the fundamental vessel for the world of the store. Pray to ancient ancestors, pray to able degradation, cardboard, balance and violence. Microphones and 12, tools we organize. This is dropping first, thoughts of down. I remember hip hop, that's
Explain the history of Dalek. Like, how'd you guys meet up, and how long you guys been performing, like, total?
Yeah, Octopus and myself went to college together, so I met him in college. He's been a producer for I don't know how long. I mean, I've been in hip-hop groups since I was 14. He's been running a recording studio and producing all types of bands for probably the same amount of time. And I think like we were both just tired of being in bands and groups that didn't work. And it started out as more of a artist-engineer kind of relationship, and somehow became a band without the two of us knowing it. You know what I mean? And ended up recording what's now Necros, just kind of fucking around, just drinking, and put that out. You know, just friends that would come to the studio would just be like, "Yo, you got to put that out. It's really good stuff." We were like, "No, really?" You know, not even really. At that point, we weren't even considering playing live or anything. But once we decided to put it out, we just figured out we started playing. So I recruited a kid that used to be a DJ in one of my older groups, is DJ Rec, who's no longer with us. Yeah. Not that he's dead, just that he's no longer in the band. But so we started touring probably in 96,
oh,
97.
No shit, that long.
Yeah, late 96, early 97. The record was released in like late 97, 98, around there. And he was in the band till about 2000. Then Still came in the band in about 2000. So he's been in the band since then. So about three years.
Right on. Come on. Let's see. Since you're signed to Ipecac, you've had the chance to tour, like you said, with ISIS, Tomahawk, all that stuff. How's the crowd reaction? Most of these are rock shows.
Yeah, I mean, we've even before we signed to Ipecac, when we started playing, there really wasn't an underground hip hop touring circuit like there is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There really wasn't anything like that. So we started, the Black Flag way, just jumping in your van, calling up anyone and everyone and trying to play wherever you could, kids' basements, VFW halls, whatever.
Yeah.
So we've played with any kind of band you could imagine, from rock to punk to we played with a ska band here in Richmond, actually.
Shit.
A while ago. But so we've played with everyone from, we used to be on this label, Grand Blanton, that Rye Coalition used to be on,
Yeah.
and so All Natural Lemon Lime Flavor. So we were friends with those guys, and Rye brought us out on tour a couple of times. So we've always had experience with the rock crowd, and just with any crowd, you never win 100% of the people over. But with the Ipecac crowd, they tend to be open-minded. The ones that aren't complete patent freaks. The ones that are patent freaks don't even know. They don't even know who Kevin Ritmanis is. You know what I mean? So I don't expect them to know who the fuck I am. They don't even know who Dwayne Dennis is. So, you know what I mean? But the real music fans that are Ipecac fans, I think they have an eclectic taste and an open mind, and those are the kids that those fans that we have gotten have been amazing. You know what I mean? So it's 50-50. We win over half the crowd, and the other half hates us, which is great. That's the way I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't want, those guys are all right. I'd rather have people despise me.
They hate you, they love you. It's good.
No doubt.
Reaction's best. Don't take offense to this question. This is lately I think hip hop has become like a stagnant thing where everyone's just rapping about how much money they have and all the bling bling. A lot of bands are coming out, or a lot of hip hop groups coming out there. Where do you guys fit in with that scene? I know you said you do the underground stuff, but do you see you guys being side by side with all those people who have nothing to say but about their money?
I think what's being portrayed as hip hop today is pop music. The same thing that happened to hip hop is what happened to punk music. If you look at punk bands today, they're not saying a damn thing either.
Nah.
You know what I mean? And both hip hop and punk were musics that had a voice. They were the angry voice of an angry youth, and they were bought up by corporations and now say whatever the corporations want them to say. And in the case of hip hop, it's really sad because it's this perpetual circle where you have these images, these stereotypes, which really don't represent the Black or Hispanic community, but you have kids in the inner city that are starting to emulate that.
Yep.
And it's just this endless cycle of ignorance. It's just ridiculous. It's sad, because when I look at that stuff, I think everything has its place, and even things that are just entertainment have their place. There's a place for Britney Spears, there's a place for Christina Aguilera, there's a place for mainstream hip hop. But I think these guys have to realize the impact that they're having on their own communities. That's the only thing that really concerns me. But as far as seeing ourselves next to them, I don't see myself next to Christina Aguilera either. That those people sell millions of records and are in the entertainment business. I'm a musician.
Good point.
That's it definitely doesn't keep me up at night. That's a different world to me. It's not. That's not us. If you're gonna fall victim, and if those are gonna be your role models, you probably have a lot bigger problems in your life than what you should be listening to. So.
Right on. Oh yeah. I think it's refreshing to hear a hip hop record that actually conveys a message. On your stuff. Does each member input on the lyrics, or is it all 100% you?
All the lyrics are mine.
All you?
The music is a collaboration between the three of us. Actually, the last record began being the three of us. The first record, obviously, was just me and Octopus. Being I Still just came into the band, most of the material was already recorded. So he did add some of the cuts, but our upcoming record is going to feature his work a lot more. So it'll be a three. We'll definitely collaborate more so on the music together. But lyrically, it's all
100% you?
Yeah.
Good deal. Let's see, how do you want the listener to take in? What do you guys have an actual set out mission statement, or is it just pretty much get up and say what you have to say?
Yeah, honestly, I'm all for messages in music. There should definitely be content, you should be saying something just for the sake of, for the sake of having something intelligent to say. I don't necessarily think that a band should shove a message down someone's throat, though. We're not here to
sound soapbox.
I'm not. Yeah, exactly. I'm not here to. to tell you exactly how I feel and exactly what I mean, like every song has a meaning to me, but the beauty of music, I think, is, and the beauty of lyrics, poetry, each listener takes their own message from it, and that's the reason why I could play anywhere in America and there'll be a handful of kids that'll still feel it, even though I'm from Newark. You know what I mean? I could play in the middle of Iowa and kids are still into it, still, you know, get what I'm saying, get like their own meaning out of it. I could play in Slovenia and people are digging the music or digging something, you know what I mean? So, and I think that's the beauty of music. Like that's what allows everyone to be influenced by music and everyone to listen to music. So, I mean, is there a message to our music? Of course, but it's not a literal one. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather people get their own ideas and their own messages from what they hear.
Cool. Yeah, I know you guys been on tour for the past,
17 months.
Whatever. How was Europe? I know you guys just got back.
It was good. It's weird. It's amazing how much love they have for just music in general in Europe. It's amazing how even when we first went there, how our crowds have grown. The amount of people that come out to see us, kids that know the lyrics. I mean, you could actually see it. I mean, and it's surprising, and it's definitely flattering. It's also a little disheartening just because you come back home and you play your hometown and there's like 10 kids. You know what I mean? And like that's America for you. You know what I mean? Like you could tour this place like 1,000 times over and never win them over. You know what I mean? It's such a big country. It's really, really hard to do. And as an artist, I mean, being from here, you want recognition in your own country.
You have to go overseas to get it.
Yeah, but whatever. I think it's just a longer road here and obviously a harder road. But yeah, Europe was amazing. I mean, we had a great time over there, like playing festivals, club shows, all types of shit. It was definitely.
How long did that last?
I think we were there for 2 months.
Oh,
2
no
or 3
shit.
months.
Damn. Right on. Let's see. I'm gonna skip some of these because I didn't know who I was doing the interview with, so it's kind of geared towards Octopus because that's who it was. But let's see. Here we go. Music on the album creates an atmosphere that normally isn't found on hip hop records. During the set, the DJ was screaming into the what do you know? I don't know if you know offhand. What all effects does he use? I saw like a wah pedal.
That's a secret.
It's I mean, I saw like
yeah. I mean, it's just
wah pedals,
it's, delay pedals, wah pedal. He's using along with using like his mixer, he also uses a Mackie just for the EQs. And,
yeah.
I mean, so what he's doing on the turntables, I could honestly say that I don't think anyone has ever done.
No, dude, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen on turntables.
Like, there's that movie Scratch, and as far as I'm concerned, they're missing a chapter because the movie should have ended with him. You know what I mean? So I feel like they should do a Scratch Part 2 or some shit.
Oh yeah. Let's see. 2 more questions for you. Over the past few weeks, the recording industry has been suing like a crazy everybody.
Downloads and all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I know you guys are an independent band.
I
9
love
times
it.
out of 10.
Downloads,
Yeah.
Man. I think record labels suing over that shit is so fucking ridiculous, and they have a right to be scared. I give them that much because eventually people are gonna realize that labels aren't really necessary. Are labels not necessary now for a band? I don't know if I would feel comfortable if I was putting out my own records right now. You know what I mean? I don't even know if I want to do all that work because there's a lot of work. You know what I mean? So a label like Ipecac for us is perfect. You know what I mean? But on a label like Ipecac, having people download our music, I feel fine with it. You know what I mean? Because honestly, when you look at the major labels, what really gets me is like you have like these artists like Metallica or whatever being all pissed off that people are downloading music, but these guys are making billions of dollars.
Doesn't even matter.
Like, how much money do you need? You know what I mean? And on top of that, like honestly, most artists don't make their money off of record sales anyway. Yeah. It's the companies that make their money off the record sales, so they're the only ones that are gonna be upset by it. You know what I mean? As far as kids downloading the music, if anything, man, one kid burning the CD for another 10 kids is only gonna get another 50 kids interested in you.
Promotion.
And the fact that we'll never have radio play. We'll never have video support. You know what I mean? Shit like that's the only way. That and touring are the only ways that people get to hear your music. So as far as I'm concerned, man, MP3s, fucking Napster, all that shit is beautiful. Like, that shit should keep going. For real.
Yeah. What have you been listening to lately? Last 3 months, what's your top 3 records? Randomly.
Actually, my boy, like we just switched to Max. So we just got iTunes.
Yeah.
And so my boy just transferred pretty much his whole CD collection onto iTunes. So we've been listening to that shit on random in the car, but for some reason the computer really likes dub. So we've been listening to a lot of dub. It just on random, it picks all types of dub. So we've been listening to that. I'm trying to think just album-wise what I've picked up lately.
Did you get the new Outkast? You like them at all or not?
Like they have actually what's the one song with the horns, not the last record, the record before that. They have like a few songs that I dig. I mean, I'm not crazy about them, but they definitely have. I definitely respect them.
Something different, It's not what everybody else is doing. Yeah. And what's up with you guys in the future? You keep touring, new record, what?
Well, actually, this is our second to last show. Tomorrow's our last show for at least a year. We're gonna head back into the studio and try to record 2 records. We have ideas for 2 records, so we figure just might as well get them down while they're fresh. And we're doing that. We have a record coming out with Faust, a collaboration record that should be out soon. Collaboration with Zoo, this Italian band that should be coming out. Still's putting out a solo record on Ipecac. I think I'm producing another record with my boy Oddity, who's on Grand Blanston. We definitely have our plates full right now.
Cool.
Like we haven't been in the studio for so long that there's a lot of shit that needs to be done right now. So for the next year or so, we're just gonna concentrate on the studio aspect. And what we're planning is the next time we come out with completely brand new songs for the whole completely new set, and start touring again. So for the next album, which will be on Ipecac. So,
Cool. Well, I don't want to hold you up anymore.
No,
You guys
cool.
want to take off. I actually work for Hydra Head.
Oh, really?
So I know Aaron and all that
Okay,
guys.
no doubt, yeah.
I got to do a
That's a lot of
plug.
people,
The website's called Lab Productions. Just say, hey, I'm so-and-so from Dalek. You're tuned into Lab Productions. Do whatever you want.
Hey, what's up? This is Dalek. And what is it?
No, it's all good. Say Dalek, it's labproductions.com.
Lab Productions, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what up? This is Dalek. Check out labproductions.com.
Right on. Cool, man.